Back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. And we go from one Rev teammate to another. Rajah Caruth is here now, the driver of the number 6 Chevrolet for Rev Racing in the ARCA Menard series. How's it going, Rajah?
What's up, Casey?
What's going on? Welcome back. We haven't talked to you in a while, but first off, how are you doing coming into a fun race this weekend at Michigan, and what's it going to be like?
I'm excited to race at Michigan this weekend. We'll have our Gamebridge Max Eagle Chevy. It's going to be fast. So I'm very excited to go back to a big track. It's been a struggle at our short tracks for us as a company, but to go to Michigan, a place again I've never seen before, I'm really pumped. I think we can get it done.
Yeah. So unlike Nick, you have not been to Michigan before. What are your first impressions of that place? You were at the ARCA Race last year, but what about this place? What have you kind of learned about it when you were in the sim and all that?
I haven't been on sim for Michigan, but I remember last year going and watching on the spotter stand, and that place is fast. It's huge. It looks like a very, very fun racetrack. Been on and on my rig a couple times already. Well, I've raced on that track on there for years, but we'll see how much it translates, especially with them adding resin to the racetrack. I'm excited to see. So, like every other racetrack, man, this year, except for Kansas and Phoenix, I've never been to these places. So I'm excited to add another one to the list. And I think for the rest of the year, I have not gone to any of these places except for Kansas, Bristol, and Salem. So
yeah, should be fun there. You mentioned the Gamebridge partnership earlier. I did ask Nick about it. I'll ask you about it, but it was cool to see that you guys out there. I know that Max has been working on something like that for a while, especially to announce it in his hometown, and also Gamebridge's hometown in Indy. How big was that for this team?
It's huge. It's huge for this team and for the future of not only Rev, but the NASCAR Drive for Diversity program. Definitely for the rest of this year for Nick and I, and for those after us. So it proves the legitimacy of the race team and the program, and it's awesome to see the support of Gamebridge and the individuals there.
Biggest thing that you've learned this season?
Man, I don't know. I guess I've learned so much this year, but I can't just put into one thing. I feel like I've learned a lot about myself this year, and there's a lot more that I have to grow a lot more and improve a lot more. I think, especially like being this first season of racing every week. Like I think for the rest of this year, I'll race every week until like Homestead.
Yeah.
And then do Phoenix the week after, or Martinsville then Phoenix. So I've learned a lot about just how to be a professional, how to be an athlete, and also learn how to be a young man. So it's hard to say just one thing, Casey. If I were to pick one, I would just say I've learned a lot about myself, and I've learned the importance of kind of self-awareness and reflection.
Yeah.
And like that involves so many different things, right? That's like self-discipline, that's reflection, that's accountability, that's all things that help not only for the racetrack, but also for, your personal life. Because at the beginning of this year, I thought I was like, I can be all racing and that'll be it for the rest of my life. And I've learned now almost 8 months in, that is not the case. I cannot be all racing. It is not good. So I hope that answered your question. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
It did.
Yeah.
So you're having a lot of other opportunities. In the Xfinity, you'll have a couple more races with Alpha Prime. You're going to have also some truck races as well with Spire, which could set you up an opportunity for what could happen next year. What are those opportunities like the rest of this year?
So the rest of this year, I guess we'll go by division. In the Xfinity series, I've got 4 more races with Alpha Prime Racing. I'm really excited. our next one is Kansas. iRacing will be on the car for that one, so that'll be great. A place that I've been to twice already, and iRacing is where I started my career, so that's a fit that makes sense. Doing Vegas and Phoenix with Marco Rebellion, and Martinsville with Virginia State in that car. So I'm excited to go to the racetrack with those guys, not only at Alpha Prime Racing, but with those partners and those individuals, because they've done so much for me so far. And then in the Camping World Truck Series, we've got 3 more races with Spire. So Richmond, Bristol, and Phoenix, all places I've been to before. And I'm really excited for those ones, just to go and have a shot to win.
Yeah.
I love Gricci and Bono and Animal and Montana and everybody over there. Such good people. And, it's very fun going to the racetrack with them. And then besides that, we've got the ARCA season, obviously. And I've got a handful of like big late model races. I was supposed to race Hickory on this Saturday, but it got rained out.
Cars to a throwback.
And for the Cars for a Throwback 276, which got rescheduled this Friday, but I won't be able to do it because I'll be traveling to Michigan, so that kind of sucks. But with Carroll's Speed Shop with John and Justin Carroll, that's who I'm racing those late model races for. We're gonna go to Martinsville and we're gonna go to Florence. Tried really hard to get an entry for North Wilkesboro, but they've turned out so many people. And I was hoping to win on Saturday to get that entry, but it wasn't meant to be, unfortunately. And then I think that's it. I may race a Millbridge race every little bit. I got to get my go-kart back going to go every once in a while. And that's it.
Lots of fun stuff planned.
And school starts in 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, forgot about that too. Yeah, of course. It is. You looked at the calendar and it's August already, so it's school's right around the corner for everybody. So going into this weekend at Michigan, this is you guys have, and I just talked with Nick about this too. This is a big opportunity for Rev, and for you as well. You have the points lead, but you have no wins. But this would be a big opportunity to get your first win in ARCA. How big would that be? And this would be a good track to do it, because this is a track that you guys have excelled at, and these bigger tracks.
It would be huge, right? To win in anything in racing is huge. So to get my first one this weekend would be amazing. If it doesn't happen, we'll just keep on digging. I see it happening this weekend. I see it happening every weekend, and I'm just going to keep on digging. And especially we have a better opportunity, better shot at the big tracks, but at the same time, we're not completely out of it at any other of the racetracks we go to. So, it could be this weekend. I'm going to treat it like it's going to be this weekend. And I'm going to have my confidence up and give it, my 1000% effort. If it works out, that'll be great. If not, I'll just keep on digging for the next one. And eventually, pull off this championship.
Okay. Oh yeah. One more thing that just popped into my head. You have a new crew chief. I'll talk about that. What's it been like to get used to that change?
Yeah. Changing personnel in the middle of the year is never something that is, what's the word? It's not ideal. Right. But, adding Brad Means to the race team has been a very positive addition in multiple aspects. He already was helping us with aero stuff, and now him to be my crew chief. Mid-Ohio and Pocono were great. From Mid-Ohio, from me running off the racetrack 5 times out of second and then fourth and stuff, to Pocono, having the fastest car there and having some pit road trouble. I think the upside is really huge for us, and Brad's committed to me and I'm committed to him. And I'm thankful to have him give that effort and have that passion that I share for this deal. And we're going to try and win this championship.
Yeah. Of course, we're only 8 races away, because we got 2 big tracks left, a couple short tracks, 2 dirt courses. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So it's going to be definitely really interesting down the stretch. Also, after this, I think you guys are racing every week for like a solid month. So should be good. And two races in 3 days. The not next week, because you of course will be Richmond, and then but Watkins Glen week it'll be Friday Watkins Glen, and then Sunday it's at the Springfield Mile as part of the State Fair.
Yeah, I definitely have the dirt races in the Watkins Glen circled, just to make sure, because honestly for Mid Ohio I really wanted to do good there, and I've never been to a road course, so to obviously it didn't end how we wanted to, but I felt like in terms of my preparation and my approach to that weekend, I did my job. So I have the other road course circled to do so. And the dirt tracks, like only a couple other guys in ARCA right now have that, dirt experience. Really just Jesse. I think Tony may have raced dirt too.
Yeah.
And Amber. I know Amber raced dirt too, but I mean, I feel like that gives me a leg up, although they drive really different than like actually purpose-built dirt racing cars. I feel like I still have an advantage, which is something I've never really had this year. So I'm excited. I have those ones circled, but I'm gonna try to win every race for the rest of the year, and we'll make it happen.
Racing is always the great equalizer. All right, Rajah Caruth, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and good luck this weekend at Michigan.
Thanks, Casey. See you there.